Hello, so this is James from Diskord again, and on this video we are going to start just laying out the drop. Now we've already done quite a lot of the work on the drop when we were writing it before, so there's not too much to do now. We've already got a pretty sick drop going, so first thing I'm going to do is just tidying up a few things. So what if I play this into the drop, you're going to notice that, you know, this the vocal, we put that huge cathedral reverb on it. So if you listen to this, so you can hear that's basically just ringing over the whole of the drop, and it sounds awful basically. So what we like to do is you can just automate this the speaker on and off in Ableton. So whenever we want the vocal reverb to shut the hell up for a bass edit or whatever it might be, we can just turn it off basically. So that will then, we're going to drop the vocal in a few other points, so whenever the vocal comes back in, we just turn that back on. So that just means that you get a much cleaner drop, so the reverb of this won't just hang over there and make everything sound all mushy. There you go, so much better already. Nice. So and then we'll let's put this vocal, let's pull the vocal to there. I don't think we need all of it. No, let's just have the like there, and then we can, like I said, we can turn this back on here. And what I might do here is, we like to do some kind of cool vocal edits and stuff. So just grab the bit that says the sun. I'm just gonna hit Command E to make that its own thing, and then just, so then I'm also gonna Command J it as well to consolidate it, and then I'm going to put it onto texture. So this texture stretch thing is pretty decent, to be honest. So if I now hear that, how cool is that? So let's just put, that sounds pretty good. I might need a bit of the S. Yeah. So then that'll come back into the vocal drop there. So and maybe make that half as, that sounds pretty good. So you just basically consolidate something, double the length or quadruple the length or whatever, however you want to go with it, and then just play around with the grain size really until it sounds gnarly. And then obviously again we need to mute the vocals there so that you don't get all that reverb. I think we could maybe get a better part of it so that it's the actual the sun part of the vocal. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do that again, slightly better. So let's just solo that and that. You hear how that hits the that higher note? I'm going to get that bit of it. So let's just drop it there. Get rid of that. And then we'll do the same thing again. So Command J it. Switch it to texture. And then maybe let's... Sounds pretty cool. So just a bit longer so that it fills the whole beat. Basically sounds like an old, if you ever listen to old school jungle and stuff, the time stretch they used to have on the Akai sampler kind of sounded like this, where it had it's kind of it's almost like a chorusy, flangey kind of just cool as hell sound to it. So so yeah, there's that. You might find you need to fade off the edges of it, like you will often when you cut a sample, just so that it doesn't click. So it's a little bit clicky, but we'll sort that out. And then at the end of the phrase there, we'll put the whole vocal again. Not sure if that clicks on here or... So we can end these here so they don't hang over that vocal. So here again, same thing here. There's reverb on these as well, which is all hanging over. So let's just automate this too, so that when these aren't playing, it's muted. So again there. Okay, and what we're going to do next is I'm just going to select that whole lot. So select the loop and then Command Shift and duplicate, which will duplicate everything. And then we're going to go for an old, you know, by the books trap drop, where you either go up an octave or down an octave. We're going to go up an octave. Again, it's, you know, it's incredibly effective. This synth layer I'm going to leave at the same, because I don't think that'll sound as good up there as it does down there. So I think I'll probably just leave that where it is. Let's put, instead of this this vocal edit there, let's just put a let's do something with this bass. So let's maybe go and obviously we'll have to cut these as well here. Yeah, so let's cut all of those there. And then maybe fade the ends out of these as well. And then let's just put this one up a semitone, so it's like do do do. And then we'll double that on the kick drum as well. So it goes do do do. Sounding pretty good now. So let's just, I think we just need one other bit of percussion. I'm going to add, let's get some trap hats going here in this second half as well. So if we just go on the core kit 808. And then we just want a closed hi-hat. There's a few ways you can do these trap hats. Nowadays, to be honest, we do just write them in. We just draw them in. But you can also, if you want to do kind of, you want to experiment with them live a little bit, you can throw an arpeggiator on here. And then, so I just need to look what key is the actual hi-hat. So there. So then, so you see now that's just repeating the note. And what you can do is, if you just draw that out for the whole section. So that's just going to do that. So what you can then do is, whilst it's playing, play with the rate on here. And you might find you come up with some stuff that you wouldn't come up with if you were just writing it in by hand. So yeah, just play it. That's something fun to play with, really, to just kind of get a bit of the live element in your track. It's always a good thing. So yeah, just run the arpeggiator and just kind of play with this rate and see if you come up with something you like. And then you can automate that as well. So that is something you could, instead of drawing it in, you could just go, you could just draw in what you want it to do. So actually, it would sound better if that was on the offbeat. Maybe so a little roll there, and then 16ths there, and then 8ths there. Yeah, I like that. And then keep that going. And just add another bit of pattern here. So yeah, I like that. And then you could just copy that out, duplicate that. I could stop there. Yeah, and then this second one needs to start slightly later because you've got that bass fill there. Yeah, sounds good. So that is basically the drop in a nutshell. So we're going to add some rises and stuff when we get to the effects. What we should also just quickly do is bring in, for an extra bit of hype on the second half, let's just drop in the clap. Nice. Alright, that sounds awesome to me. So there you go, there's the drop. Okay, there you go. So we are in the next video. We'll just paste out the second break and the build, which will be fairly similar, and then we are going to do the second drop, which is going to be just a variation of this drop. Basically, you just want to have another drop that's got the same energy but slightly more vibe or something a bit extra exciting going on. So come back in the next part and we will do the second drop.
If you like this course, why not head over to sonicacademy.com, where we have hundreds of complete track builds in every genre imaginable, including all the project files and samples. You'll also find tutorials on plugins and synths, mixing and mastering, over 250 tech tips, artist interviews, along with our award-winning plugins, samples and preset packs.